All right, now let's take a look at or discuss how we updated this toolbar and how we added this top menu here. All right, so in the form designer, remember that we had added the toolbar initially in the form itself, and we'll find if we take a look at the form structure that as we, let me rip this off so we can see a little better, as we look at these different sections of the form, it read in our toolbar information from our .per file. Now here we can easily right-click and add new items. The most important thing, of course, is just simply making sure that we use the name attribute or property is the name of the action in our code, and that's what's going to bind our toolbar actions to our code. The same thing is we've added a separator, first, next, previous, and some of the other actions that you saw. We also added the accept and cancel actions here. So instead of appearing in an action panel, those are going to now be represented in the toolbar. The top menu, we went ahead and just added a new top menu with one action. Again, there's the name of the action is exit, and that is going to trigger our exit on action exit code. If we wanted to add yet another group, and we could add some information here. Let's call this new group. And within the new group, we wanted to add an item and a separator and another item. We could just go through, oops, let's delete that one and add another item there. And we could just go through and give these names and associate them with actions in our code. So just for fun, let's go ahead and make that one next, and the text next. Now we wouldn't have to add any of these attributes here if they're being pulled from or if they've been defined in that 4AD resource file. If you recall, this resource file predefined the information about each of our actions. So when we're working in the per file or the form designer tool with a form, we can just go ahead and simply name the different actions. And here, let's pull this up. There we go. Name the different actions and we'll be on our way. So let's go ahead and look at our top menu. Okay, and we'll save this. Let's recompile our form, and we can go ahead and run our program again and see how that change is affected. So here's our new group that we added some items to. Okay, we embedded this new group under the file group. So if we went back and we reorganized it, we could have the new group showing up here next to file as well. Okay, so you get the idea there. The other piece is the toolbar icons themselves. So again, if we take a look at the toolbar, let's look at the form structure and go to toolbar, we'll see that there is no image listed here. It means that its image information is located in or being pulled from the 4AD file. So let's go ahead and close these out for now, give us a little bit more space in our recording window. And let's go ahead and take a look at these various images that we have listed here. What we want to do is determine where we're getting those images, where it's pulling those images from. You'll recall that the Gennaro desktop client holds the information related to images. So if we scroll across here, we can see that the images are being pulled from the subdirectory where the GDC is installed. So if we went ahead and were to scroll through and find our 4J's pics directory, you can see that we went ahead and chose some new icons and we could identify that we're going to be pointing to any images in this directory. However, I went ahead and put all of the images in the pics directory, so it's just picking them up there. So now as I specify an image, for example, user 1, that image is being pulled from the pics directory. Now within the Genero desktop client, you can configure your Genero desktop client so that images are pulled from a web server as well. For this example, we're just pulling from the subdirectory. So again, when we run the program, our toolbar has been updated with some new icons. We saw how simple it was to edit and update a form's top menu. And I will just note that you can have top menus and toolbars that are built outside of an individual form. So if you wanted to just load a toolbar or load a top menu that is not attached to or embedded as part of a form, you can do that as well and keep them more separate than the form files themselves.